This is where you get the rabbit in the headlights sort of look, just in case it actually hasn't started there. Hi everybody, short box full, Mark here. How are you all doing out there? Everyone okay? Yeah? Oh good, hang on a second. Is this actually? Yeah, sounds like it. I should have really thought of this before I yeah, everything looks alright. There you go. Should be working now. How's everybody doing out there? You alright? This is sort of like, it was sort of planned, but it was sort of like also a bit impromptu live sort of haul video in about that's national news here. What is it? It's 2:15 in the morning here on the 20th of no, hang on. Yes, 20th of February 2016. How you doing? Yes, it's that early in the morning. In about in about 4 hours time, I will be getting on a train to go to London, to go to London Super Comic Con. Yeah, it's that time of year again. I know. You know when you say, you know, it seems so come around so quickly. It has this year because they've been 3 weeks early. Not good considering I don't get paid till next week. So I've been scrimping and scraping and selling tramp kidneys all over the place, trying to get some money together so I can go to this convention. But I believe I'll be worth it. Anyway, how are you all doing there? Sorry, this is a bit of a muddled start, more muddled than usual anyway. How are you all doing? What do you think of the new Barnet? Yeah? What do you think? Yeah. Why not? That's what I thought. You know, I've done it before. I've coloured my hair before. I just thought, oh, I've got some red left over. I've got some purple left over. Nah, sod it. Why not? Go for it. So there you go. There I am. Oh, bloggy stuff. Bloggy stuff. You can tell it's really early in the morning because I'm a little bit confused. Normally I would have been asleep by now, but I really can't trust myself to actually not wake up in time to get the train. I know it happened 2 years ago, and it was the first time I ever went to a comic book convention, and I'm making sure it's never going to happen again. So yeah, I'm not going to sleep tonight, or I'm going to do my damnedest to not go to sleep tonight anyway. So that's why I'm doing this, really. Like I said, a bit impromptu, but there you go. Now, I'm not expecting anybody to actually be watching this. Wow. And it seems there is actually one person watching it. Hi, Melbourne. Sorry, hang on a second. Melbourneian comic fan. Ah. There you go, see? Putting all those words together so close to each other. Melbourneian comic fan. Hi, how are you doing? I'll answer your question in a second. Yes. Vloggy bit. Vloggy. I wasn't expecting anybody to actually watch this. There you go. Vloggy bit. The thing everybody's talking about on the internet and everywhere, the Deadpool movie. What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Yeah. I have only seen two people complain about the Deadpool movie, saying they didn't like it. Everyone else is absolutely going mad about it. Absolutely insane. And I think, personally, with just cause as well, because it was a flipping good movie. Oh, seriously amazing. You know, it was, I think it was the shot in the arm that comic book movies needed. I know, yeah, basically, well, you've had comic book movies for decades, but the recent comic book movies, I think people have been getting a little bit, it's another comic book movie. Maybe not proper fans, proper comic book fans, but like Joe Blogs from down the street, or Bob Smith from wherever. You know, the general public seem to be getting a bit. What's the word? What's that stupid phrase? I can't remember. There was a stupid phrase that they sort of like the media and the internet have sort of like thought up to say about the fact that people are getting bored of comic books, comic book fatigue, comic book movie fatigue or something like that. Anyway, Deadpool, definitely the shot in the arm that comic book movies needed, and I think we're going to probably be seeing a lot more R-rated or 15, 18 rated movies based on comic books from now on. Yes. Yeah, it was just such a brilliant movie, absolutely brilliant. I would say it is gonna be at least the second best movie of the year, if not the best movie of the year so far. We still got Captain America: Civil War. We've still got X-Men: Apocalypse, even though I was calling it Armageddon for some unknown reason. I don't know why. We've also got Doctor Strange as well. You've probably noticed, we've also got Suicide Squad. You've probably noticed that I'm missing one movie that's coming out in March just because I don't give a fuck about that one. Yeah, there's just loads of movies. Star Wars, what was it? Rogue One, a Star Wars story movie, the one that's coming out in December. There's loads. Is it Assassin's Creed movie? The one with Matey Boy plays Magneto in the X-Men movies at the moment. Yeah, him. Yeah. No, not McAvoy. No, he's the one that plays Professor X. You twonk. The other one, the one that was the one that played Frank Sidebottom in the movie Frank. If you've never seen that movie, don't worry about it. Just Google it. It's just weird, but really good. So yeah, Deadpool, great. What's this video about? I have no idea. At the moment, I'm just rambling because it's gone 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm seriously trying to keep myself awake. So I'm keeping you awake by doing this. So thank you. All I'm going to do is I've got a few comics here to show you that are new comics, and then I'm just going to show you some of the bits and pieces that I'm going to be taking to London Super Comic Con with me today and on Sunday as well, to get signed, and hopefully I'll get other bits and pieces signed when I'm there as well, and get tons of comics, so that when I come back and I do my next London Super Comic Con live haul video, it will be 5 hours long instead of 3. Yeah, you think I'm joking? Should we go and have a look at the comments, because definitely somebody commented, "Wow." Lots of comments. Yes, Melbourneian comic fan. Hello again. How are you? Let's have a look. I'll leave your first comment to last, if that's all right. It says, "Hi mate. Hey mate. Hi. How are you? Yeah, not bad. It's 1:16 p.m. on Saturday, 20th February. Okay, it's 2:20 here, so you're only about an hour behind us. That's not too bad." Deadpool was great. Watched it twice already. Wow, that's pretty good. I've watched it once, only once. If I had the money and I wasn't going to LSCC today, I would have probably gone to see it again. I cannot wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. I really cannot wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. If they do a Blu-ray steel box, you know, the funky metal, well, yeah, it's sort of metally, sort of like tin sort of boxes that they do for the Blu-rays now, I'll probably see if I can get one of those. Yeah. That's how much I enjoyed Deadpool. That's how much. Right, to your question, hey Mark, what are your thoughts on Rebirth? Now, I take it you're talking about the DC Rebirth that's coming out. First issue is going to be coming out on May the 25th this year. Well, how did I say this to Mahoney this afternoon? Because he's coming with us to LSCC along with Mr. Wolf and also Adam, my butter one. Yes, there's a whole gang of us, and also Adam's mate, well, who's also called Mark, who could be a bit confusing. I almost answered the question that he was asked today at the meal table. If you don't know what I'm talking about, meal table, we all went for a meal. It's a YCC sort of like thing that we do before convention. We go for a little meal where everybody gets together and gets to have a chat and talk geeky stuff and that. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. What were we talking about? Rebirth. Yes, DC Rebirth. Sorry. I am. Oh, yes, right, because I said about talking to Sam Mahoney here. I am. What was it I said? I am cautiously optimistic about it. Yeah, cautiously optimistic. I'm from what I've seen, and some of the pictures that I've seen of Rebirth, I am really hoping that this is going to be the end of the crap Superman, the crap Wonder Woman, the pretty. Let's be fair. Let's be fair about this. Pretty poor Batman that we've had recently. The pretty bad Flash that we've had, and various other comics and that really have been pretty subpar in the last 4 or 5 years from DC. I have seen rumors that it's going to be a amalgamation of New 52 continuity and pre-New 52 continuity. I've also heard rumors that they are going to be bringing their universe around to the TV series and movies, sort of like continuity more, which to me sounds really stupid, especially the movies. I mean, the TV series aren't too. The TV series are good, apart from Gotham. Supergirl, pretty good. Arrow, great. Flash, brilliant. Legends of Tomorrow, fantastic. Really enjoying that. But I think that they should keep the comic books and the TV series and the movies separate. It's just my own personal view on it all. I'm looking forward to Rebirth. I am looking forward to Rebirth. If anything, because I've also heard that DC Comics are going to be putting their prices back down, or at least to some of the comics anyway, back down to $2.99. So they are again drawing the line at $2.99. They're still going to be producing some $3.99 comics. But this is possibly one of the first times I've actually seen a comic book company. So I've got each area. One of the first times I've actually seen a comic book company actually cut the prices of their comics. Some people think that this is just purely to sort of like get people back onto DC Comics, sort of like bandwagon, that's what you could say. Other people are saying that it's a pretty desperate attempt to try and get people to buy their comics because they're cheap and cheaper than Marvel. Personally, I don't care as long as the storytelling is good, the characters are better portrayed than they have been in the last 4 or 5 years, and just basically that there's some kind of coherent continuity that isn't completely fractured within about 3 issues of the whole thing starting. Which is some of my main gripes about the New 52. I've seen some of the titles that they are looking to be bringing out. Batgirl and the Birds of Prey looks interesting, as long as it's not this new Batgirl that they've got. God, that's so dire. And they go back to either Barbara Gordon as a proper superhero and not some pseudo PC SJW, whatever you want to call them, stupid rubbish thing. I just want DC to be good again. Personally, I'm a DC fan. I'm a DC fan. I want DC to be good again. I miss reading. Oh, okay. I get Superman, Lois, and Clark, but I miss reading a proper Superman comic with a proper Superman in it. I miss reading Wonder Woman as well. Um, so definitely miss reading The Flash, a decent Flash comic. The last decent Flash comic I read was the comic book that tied into the TV series. That was the last decent Flash comic that I read in recent times, which shows you how bad I think that it's been so far. So yeah, in answer to your question, the really, really long way around, cautiously optimistic about Rebirth. Yeah, there you go. What else is there? Melbourneian comic fans, just again, I think I may watch it one more time tomorrow. That's just being greedy. Although, fair enough, if you're going to do it. Might as well do it. Why not do it 4 times? Watch it twice tomorrow. How cool would that be? And again, I'm just happy Action and Detective are getting their original numbering back. Yes, that's another part as well. Action Comics and Detective Comics are both being given their original numbering system back, including obviously the 52 comics that came with the 52. So they'll be closer to getting to issue 1000, which I had a funny feeling that DC were going to do that in any case. I was sort of hoping that DC were going to cancel New 52 by the 52nd month. I had a funny feeling they were going to do that in any case, fairly early on from them starting it. So yeah, that's brilliant. The fact that DC now realise that their fans can actually, or at least most of their fans can actually count higher than 2 digits. That's brilliant that DC's actually realised that now. So look, Mr. Gretzky 1966. Wow, I didn't realise. I didn't realise there were so many people up this late. Hi, how you doing? Hey, most of the Flash has been dull, but only good one is Superman, Lois and Clark, and Batman is okay. I like $2.99 comics, and Rebirth is okay, but are we on Batman until my subscription runs out? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the fact that DC are putting their comic books back to $2.99 is a good idea, personally, but they have to do more than that. They have to actually get creative teams that are creative and not pandering to minority groups. And that's not what I meant. No, that's not what I meant. When I say minority groups, I mean in the comic book community. Small groups of people that basically are there for 5 seconds, and then when the next big thing comes along, they're gone. That sort of minority groups in comic books, not ethnic minorities or gender minorities or anything like that. I mean, the people that DC was probably hoping were going to be the new fans and the new money surge that they were going to get when they started the New 52, and it didn't happen. I did see a video with Jeff Johns in it, and is it Jeff Johns or Jeff Jones? I never remember how to pronounce that guy's name. And it did sound like DC Comics begging the old fans to come back. The way they structured the whole video with Green Lantern Rebirth, before this there was no Hal Jordan, there was no Kilowog, there was no Green Lantern Corps. Carl Rayner was the only Green Lantern, and then we brought back Hal Jordan to, and then in Flash Rebirth and blah blah blah, and and he was really sort of like selling on, this is we're looking to the past and bringing that towards us now, because this is obviously what people want, and not crap. So yeah, yes, they're putting the comic books to $2.99, which is great, but they have to do more than that. They have to actually make a decent comic book. They can't just stick a flouncy, shiny, holographic 3D cover on the front of a comic book and hope that that's going to make them money month in, month out. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Gretzky 1966 might get Flash and trade. The only reason why I would go back and get any of this whole New 52 Flash at all would be just to get it to fill the gaps. I wouldn't read it. I've read Francis Manapul's and whatever his name is, that shows you how much impact they've had on me. That was dire. The new one that's writing Flash now, this is weird. It's the same guy who's writing Wrath of the Eternal Warrior and X-Men of War, and those comics are brilliant. I ain't got a clue what's going on with him with Flash. It's like it's a completely different person writing it. But and again, Mr. Gretzky 9966. Yeah, I'm not seeing good Superman books since Kurt Swan left the books. When DC Comics did the Adventures of Superman, there was, I think it was about 17 issues that they did of it. They were really good. They were digital first, and then they published them into proper comic books, and they were really good, absolutely brilliant. But apart from those, yeah, Lois and Clark, Superman Lois and Clark is really the only Superman comic that's worth picking up, really, at all. So I'm hoping, really am hoping, that Action Comics, they bring back, well, I don't mind as long as they don't have the New 52 Superman in them. You know, and I'm hoping that that's what they're going to do with Action Comics and Detective Comics. With those two, they'll go back into the continuity of the past and bring back, you know, have Superman the way he was before Flashpoint, and have Batman as an actual detective, somebody who actually knows what's going on in Gotham and doesn't sort of just sit there and go, I'm going to punch people now just for the fun of it, that sort of thing. Mr. Gretchen 9966 put, but Dan Jurgen on a good book, please, Didio. Yeah, I'm wondering how long Dan Didio's got actually still left in him working with DC Comics. Yeah, I'm hoping he's not going to be too soon before he gets kicked out. And Mr. Gretchen 9966, I want the underwear back on Soups. Yes. Yes, I know it takes more than a pair of red trunks to make Superman, but yeah, that is a fairly big part of what Superman is. As corny as it may seem, that's why they call it the classic look, because it is classic. Right, I've been talking a lot with the conversation going on in the conversation bit. Shall I show you the comics that I've got? At least a few of them anyway. Let's go back to this screen. Hello, how are you? Right, back to the screen. I'll show you the new comics that I've picked up over the last few months. This isn't all of them. This is a quick selection, because I wasn't going to do this for too long. This is just a quick selection of some of the comics that I've picked up over the last few weeks since the last time you saw me. Yeah. So here they are. In no particular order. This is going to confuse some people. Batman Arkham Knight special issue, Batgirl and Harley Quinn. There you go. I will admit that what sold me on this originally was the cover. It looked pretty cool. It wasn't Hipster Girl on the front cover, and it wasn't Suicide Squad Harley Quinn either. So yeah, win-win as far as I'm concerned. This is a really good comic. It's nice to be able to read a Batgirl story where Batgirl isn't just so dire and badly written. Yeah, the two stories in this, really good. If you actually like Batgirl, pick this up. Yeah, just don't bother about the actual ongoing series. This is proper Batgirl as far as I'm concerned. Really good. Yeah, definitely worth the $3.99 or $2.75. Walker Reed coming from. What else we got? I'm really loving this series. Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. This has been so great. I've said this before. A lot of these crossovers, intercompany crossovers, suffer from the main character, like Batman, coming to the forefront more than the other characters that are crossing over. This doesn't have any of that. Everybody has their spot in the limelight with this one. Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is just great, well written. The artwork's great inside it. Yeah, and to see Shredder and the Penguin working side by side, I never thought I'd see that before. Batman fighting alongside four anthropomorphic turtles and an anthropomorphic rat who know martial arts. I could understand that happening, yes, but I never actually thought that I'd see Penguin and Shredder side by side. That was just, yeah, that'll do me. Yeah, really good series, really good. This one, I have been after. I was after this comic from the moment it first came out. I didn't realize it actually come out, and when I went to try and get it on eBay and anywhere else, it was either sold out or people wanted like £8 for it. I'm paying £8 for a comic, son off. But luckily enough, I managed to find it at a really good price, so I actually bid on it and won, which is awesome. This is from a new comic book company called Overground Comics. Yeah, it's Overground Comics, and it is Plus Ultra #1. There you go. Yeah, really funny, great artwork inside. It's about a superhero, female superhero, who up until now has basically got along by just the fact that she is a very beautiful woman with a great body and she wears skimpy clothing, and that's how she's basically got a name for herself in the city that she keeps safe, shall we say. And from reading the blurb that got me interested in this, it's basically her journey into realizing that she doesn't have to sort of like flop her norks out every 5 seconds to get somebody to get attention for her, that sort of thing. Yeah, already looking forward to the second issue of this to come out. Really great. If you can find this cheap, I know that in America, Overground Comics have actually got an eBay site that you can buy their comics for cover price. I read somewhere that they actually said that they wanted people to be able to afford to buy their comics and to read their comics, and the fact that other people were selling their comics for stupid amounts of money on eBay and on the internet, they actually started up their own eBay site, their own eBay page, and started selling their comics on there at cover price, which I think is a brilliant idea. I wish they would do it for the UK as well, even if they just like get somebody like a comic shop in the UK to just say, just sell our comics on the internet, on eBay at cover price in the UK, because I think they've had about 4 or 5 comics come out now, and this is the first one that I've managed to pick up at a decent price. But yeah, looking forward to seeing more of this, and also more from Overground Comics. Yeah, really good. I'll tell you what, this series, Marvel Comics, is really doing well with this series. Issue 3 of Red Wolf. There you go. Time traveling, Native American sheriff from the Wild West comes to modern times. This is what Jonah Hex should have been when they brought the character from the Wild West to modern Gotham, and not the big hot mess that the Jonah Hex series ended up being when they tried to do that. Yeah, it's just so great. It is really well written. The artwork in it is really nice as well. Yeah, I can't praise that enough. Really good. If you've not read this yet, the first issue was a bit Second issue was really good. This one, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Another one from a fairly small publishing house for comic books, Graphic India. Now, I get the Grant Morrison 18 Days series that was also published by Graphic India. There's also the Chakra, the Indestructible, is it? That's written by Stan Lee. That's from Graphic India as well. They've done quite a lot of comics. I've really been enjoying Grant Morrison's 18 Days. I saw this. This was going for $1.99 on a place in space. So I was like, yeah, go on in. Why not pick it up? So there you go. Reincarnation Man. And it's basically about a guy who can tap into his previous lives and bring those people back to the present day and use their abilities and skills to defeat evil. You know, it's got quite a smattering of Kid Eternity, where the DC Comics character Kid Eternity, he could take anybody out of history or fiction and bring them into the real world or the present and get them to help him solve crimes or defeat the bad guys or anything like that. It has that sort of feel to it, with the whole him being able to take a person from the past and bring them into the present and use their skills and abilities to help him fight the bad guy. The only difference is, of course, is that all the people that he brings back into the future are actually the previous incarnations of him. So there you go. Yeah, it's an interesting little one. It is. I will definitely be looking to see if I can pick up issue 2 of this. Why not? You know, I like things like this. These little things from these comic book companies like Graphic India or Overground Comics. I like things like this where you just, you know, you're not quite sure, should I get it, and then you get it and you're like, yes, that is awesome. So there you go. There's that. Another one from Marvel Comics, which is Weird World. This is Weird World issue 3, and yeah, this is really weird. Normal, everyday Earth girl gets transported to Weird World, and various amounts of hilarity and weirdness ensues. That's really it, really. It's the only way I can describe it. It's very I don't want to say Lord of the Rings sort of thing, because there's a lot more to it than just that sort of like analogy. But yeah, definitely worth a look. Definitely worth a look. And finally, for new comics that I've picked up, or just a selection of new comics I picked up, I can't remember where I actually read the first part of this story. I think it must have been a free comic book day comic from last year. It might have even been in Zombie Trap. Did they do Action Lab? Did they do a free comic book day Zombie Tramp comics? I think they did, didn't they? Anyway, I read the prequel to this in somewhere anyway, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna have to see if I can pick that up. It's the first issue of Vamp Blade from Action Lab. There you go. Yes, she has got how can I put this delicately? Chains coming from her boobs. What does it say? Warning, this book contains in-your-face, girl on other dimensional parasite action. Stay alert. And this is the goo variant cover. There are other different versions of the cover. I think there's a normal one which didn't have all the orange weird stuff all over it, but I thought, why not get that one? Okay, shall we have a quick look on the comments? Okay. Okay. Right. No more comments just yet. That's fine. If you're watching this, and heaven knows, there's a chance that, well, a couple of people are watching it. It says I've got 3 viewers at the moment. If you're watching this and you just want to say hi, comment section down below. Oh, Coolie Movies. Hello, thought I'd pop in. Hello. Welcome in. How you doing? How's everything going? I'm surprised there's this many people actually up at this time in the morning. I know it's a Friday, well, Saturday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning thing, but wow, there's a lot of people up. At least 4. Yeah, if you're watching this now, comment in the comment section below. I'll read it out, so you'll get your moment in the sunshine. If you're watching this and it's not the live version, it's the actual version that's been up on YouTube for a bit, comment section down below. Just say hi, comment, say what you want, really, as far as I'm concerned. And I'll get back to you when you put the comment section down below. Okay. Mr. Gretzky 1966, the new books are cool. Thank you. Awesome. Right, back to the screen. Hello again. Right. A couple of little bits and pieces that I've also picked up. A DVD and a Blu-ray I picked up. I don't think I'll turn this. No, I haven't. Yeah, I'm sure you realise I'm a big Doctor Who fan. There you go. There's proof of a big Doctor Who fan. There's the cable ties I was looking for. Long story, not the place to say it about now. It's just saying it involves ferrets in a new cage. And I was looking for these things, looking for these different things for ages. I couldn't find them. Lucky enough, that's why the screwdriver helped. Sorry. Yes, back on track. Yes, DVD, big Doctor Who fan here, quite obvious. And I was in Basingstoke a few weekends ago, and I was looking through CEX in Basingstoke, which is like it's basically, I suppose it's a pawnbrokers, really. People take stuff in, they sell it to the person behind the counter at an exceptionally low rate, and then the person behind the counter puts the stuff on the shelf at about a 300% profit rate. And they had loads of Doctor Who DVDs in it, absolutely tons of them out. Yes, it's because of the Doctor Who fan I am, I actually don't have every single Doctor Who DVD that they've brought out so far. Close, but not all of them. But this one got me a bit closer to getting every single one of them. It's the John Pertwee story, which is actually his final story, Planet of the Spiders. There you go, 2-disc, really cool. Love this story. I haven't seen this story for years. I think it must have been a repeat, because even though this was in 1974, I probably wouldn't remember seeing it if I actually did see it on TV, because I would literally been only months or even days old when this actually aired. So I must have seen this on a repeat on BBC or BBC Two somewhere. So yeah, really, just brilliant, absolutely brilliant story. Really worth picking up if you haven't seen this. Really worth picking up if you like Doctor Who, especially if you like the classic series. If you haven't seen this, very good. Definitely worth getting. And Blu-rays, I managed to pick up this. It cost me £2, a whole £2 for a Blu-ray. It's the Batman Gotham Knight animated movie, which is a little bit weird, because it is an anthology, but it's so real. I mean, usually anthologies have got some sort of like running thing through them. This is so disjointed. It really is. One minute we're talking to a bunch of kids who have seen Batman, and they've give their interpretation to their friends of how they perceive Batman to be or look or what he is. And then the next thing you see is Bruce Wayne, you know, training to be Batman and trying to be Batman. I've seen this before. I saw this before years ago when it first came out. But I thought, for £2, Blu-ray, comic book related, why not? It's worth getting it. Oh, excuse me. Finally, for this bit, back issues. Now, like I said, today I went to see My Butter One, Adam, Mr. Wolf, Mahoney from the Mahoney Show, and Adam's friend, who's also called Mark. And we had our pre-London Super Comic Con meal that we usually have every year when we go to any convention or anything like that. And I did a little swap with him. He was collecting, I don't actually have any here, he was collecting the latest Kinder Egg toy, which was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones that looked like the, which I can't actually get to at the moment. Do you remember the Marvel ones that they had, where they had little bodies and the big heads, and you just like pop the head open? Yeah, well, they're doing those with turtles now. And he was after Donatello. And strange enough, I bought some Kinder Eggs, partly to sort of see if it was worth me sort of like collecting them, because there's only about, was it 4, 5, 6 to get, I think it is, and partly to see if I can get, pick up a Donatello for Adam. And lo and behold, literally the first egg I opened, there he was, Donatello. We just saw this little turtle head pop out. Not like that. So not like that. This isn't One Geek, One Cup. That's no. Yeah, so I messaged him and I did a little bit of a deal. I also had some doubles of the Harley Quinn Little Black Book variant covers that they had, so I also did a little bit of a deal with him with those as well. And part of the deal with the Harley Quinn Little Black Book was I got the hold of this 2-issue miniseries from DC Comics. Now, I don't have the original World's Finest miniseries. I think I've got World's Finest 2, and I've been after this one for some time. It's only 2 issues. It is World's Finest 3, or WF3, excuse me, and it is Superboy and Robin. There you go, there's issue 1. And there's issue 2. Yeah. Now, you think, well, what's so weird about that? Superman, Batman, Robin, Superboy, it's what makes sense. And I believe they actually have in the original World's Finest series, DC Comics actually did have stories where Robin and Superboy actually did meet up and have adventures together. But the reason why I wanted to get this was because of the quite peculiar pairing of the villains in this story. And I don't know whether this is a stroke of genius or what. It's Metallo and Poison Ivy. They are the villains of this story. I know. Plus, as well as that, really nice artwork from Tom Grummett. There you go. So there's that. I mean, I did get a few more comics now off of My Butter One, Adam, but I'll show them a bit later on, probably in my haul video for Southampton, which will be next weekend. I know, so many live haul videos recently. It's really weird. Should we have a look at the comments, see if anybody's actually said anything else again? Oh. Mr. Gretzky 9966, you get Archie number 6. Do you know what? I haven't got any of the new Archie. None at all. Is that the one that's written by Mark Waid? Yeah. No. I came really close to picking up the new issue of new version of Archie Comics by Mark Waid, and I was like, really, Archie is not one of those characters that ever really interested me that much. I really like Life After Archie, which is the sort of the zombie horror comic that they did. I really like Chilling Tales featuring Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That brilliant series, and I've heard that they're going to be coming back in, is it June, July time? I think they're Archie Horror Comics are actually publishing new Sabrina and Life After Archie comics, which is great news. But yeah, I've never really been a big Archie fan. Yeah, there's just nothing to say anything against the old Archie or any of the Archie comics now. I've just never really been a really big fan. I've got some in my back issues here. I've just, and I've read them in the past, and they've been very enjoyable and quite humorous. But it's just not one of those things. I suppose Archie to Americans is like Dennis the Menace from the Beano to British people, I suppose. Not necessarily completely the same, but in their popularity, I suppose it's sort of something that a lot of people would have read when they were younger, and then probably have a fond memory of the character from when they were younger. So they get the comics now. I don't know. I'm rambling. But yeah, to answer your question, no, I haven't read Archie 6, unfortunately. Right. Okay. Last stretch. This is only going to. Let me say this is only going to be a quick one. Last bit here. I was going to show you what I've got that I'm taking to LSCC today in about 3 hours. So, now, the majority of these are actually comics that I've bought and were in my collection. So I didn't actually go out of my way to get them. Only 2 of them I've actually picked up to get a specific person to sign them for me. So I'll show you those 2 in a bit. First of all, what I'm going to do is take this with me. Future Shocks, the story of 2000 AD. After I finish doing this, I'm going to watch this. I'm going to make a list of all the creators, artists, writers, and people that are on this here. And then I'm going to take it to LSCC, and I'm going to have my little hit list with me. I said hit list. List. I'm going to then just strike off people as I get them to sign this. I probably won't get them to sign the outside of it, but I'm definitely going to see if I can get them to sign the inside. I know it's that weird sort of like glossy paper, so I'm not too sure how well that's going to start to transfer onto there with like marker pen and that. It's going to be a bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Canva try. So there you go. So that's so that's one thing I'm going to take to LSCC to get. I'm going to get Brian Boland and a few other people there to sign this. I don't actually have that many comics to take with me to LSCC, not because there's not a lot of people that I want to get stuff signed by, but I had this great idea, and they give you the program for the convention, and they give it to you every year, and that actually in the program there is actually a space, a little white bar where you can get the person to sign their name. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go up to people and go, "Can you sign this for me, please?" In the specific place that you're supposed to sign. And basically do that. Now I've got. I don't know if anybody else saw this. There was a Kickstarter campaign created by Avatar Press for the new Alan Moore anthology comic called Cinema Purgatorio, and in it you have Alan Moore and Kevin O'Neill doing a story, Cinema Purgatorio, and then you have other people as well. So you've got Garth Ennis's Code Crew, you've got Mark Brooks in there as well. There's loads of people in this, It's a whole anthology thing, and there is actually a special 64-page hardback first issue for this comic, which is only available at LSCC. You had to donate a certain amount of money to get this. I donated it. I got all my feedback back and everything. I'm picking it up, and I'm going to get Kevin O'Neill to sign that. So that's awesome. That's brilliant. I can't wait to do that. I've also got a really. I'm so stoked about this, and I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's going to be great. If you remember the last couple of years, I've had a guy called, I hope I'm saying your name right, man, Hui Chong, do sketches for me. This was the first one I got him to do me, which is Judge Anderson and Zatanna. Yeah, I think you can see that there. Really cool. And this was, come on, this was last year's sketch. Power Girl and She-Hulk. I think you see that. There you go, much better. Yeah, Power Girl and She-Hulk. This year, I'm not going to say what it is, but I am so looking forward to getting my sketch from him this year. I actually got in contact with him beforehand and said, can I have a sketch? And the best thing is that Mahoney's getting a sketch from him as well, and Mr. Wolf as well. So if you want to see what their sketches look like, I'm sure that if you go to the your comic book community, the LSCC on Facebook, and join the group, you'll be able to see what their sketches look like if you haven't already joined the group. And if you have already joined the group, then create another Facebook account and join it again. Why not? So yes, that's just two things I'm picking up from LSCC. There's also a couple of bits and pieces that I don't want to say just yet what I'm getting, but yeah. So there's a few bits and pieces I'm already picking up that I've already purchased, pre-purchases from LSCC that I'm going to get signed and everything. These ones here are ones that I'm going to get signed that I already had the comics of. Now I was doing a bit of tidying up and a bit of reorganisation with my long boxes and short boxes. I've had 3 short boxes here, 4 short boxes actually here, sat around empty, where I've been wanting to get 2 long boxes into 3 short boxes. Finally did that tonight, finally got around to doing that. So as I did that, I was like, I'm only going to take a few comics. I'm only going to take a few comics with me to LSCC to get signed. I don't really want to get loads signed in that. I came across this 8-issue miniseries. It's by Peter Milligan and Duncan Fegredo. Now, I actually met Duncan Fegredo years and years and years ago in Salisbury, when the comic shop that was in Salisbury at the time, called the Floppy Tongue, actually had, they rented out the art gallery in Salisbury, and got a load of comic book artists to come in and do some signings and some sketches. There was Peter Doherty, Sean Phillips, and John Bolton, and Duncan Fegredo. And I met Duncan Fegredo, Sean Phillips, John Bolton, and Peter Doherty. Simon Bisley was supposed to be there, but he didn't turn up. So, you know, I'm after you now for this, Simon. But yeah, I actually got a sketch from Duncan Fegredo of this character. The funny thing was that everybody was turning around to him saying, "Oh, can I have a sketch of Shade, as in Shade the Changing Man," which was really big back then, you know. And he was sort of doing sketches and that. And after a while, he just started drawing lampshades with all the swirly circles and that come off it. And I'm like, well, what have you done? He's like, well, you said you wanted shade, so there you go. There's a lampshade. Next. That was it. So, of course, me being me, I had to be different. So I turned around to him and said, "Hi, can you do me a sketch of Enigma, please?" There you go. The 8-issue miniseries from DC Vertigo. This is one of the first miniseries from Vertigo, written by Peter Milligan, artwork by Duncan Fegredo. Awesome series. Issue 1. issue 2. And there's number 3. Ooh, sugar. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Oh, bless you, whoever that was. Number 7. And finally, number 8. There you go. Awesome. So I'm going to get Duncan Fagrada to sign them. See how that goes. These two here, I wanted to get Howard Shakin to sign something for me, the first LSCC that he was at, but unfortunately he seemed a little bit angry about something. Nothing to do with me, because I was just walking up to the table that he was on, and I heard him telling somebody something had happened, and he wasn't particularly happy about something that happened. I don't know if it was actually at the convention. It might have been something else happening previously, and I just sort of went, "I'll go this way," because he was really pissed off about something. So I'm hoping that he will be in a better mood when I see him this time round, because I'm going to ask him if he can sign American Flag issue 1, and also Black Hawk #1 for me, which I think is going to look awesome with Howard Shakin's signature on there. That's really cool. Really cool. Now this one I'm going to get signed, and I'm actually going to have to ask Darren, if you're watching this and it's, you know, the uploaded version of this, when I see him, I'm going to have to ask him who it is I'm supposed to be going to see to get this signed. This is from Zenoscope. This is issue 1 of Escape from Monster Island. There you go. And I can't remember for the life of me who it is. It's the cover artist, but I can't remember who it is that I'm supposed to get signed. So I'm going to get that signed. Plus, as well as that, it's a pretty cool cover as well. Very nice cover. Now, this guy's retro artwork that he does is really cool. Really like his artwork. And this is the 4-issue miniseries of a character that he actually created himself. This is Des Taylor's Scarlet Couture issue 1. This is a 4-issue miniseries. It's a bit like Black Widow. She's a bit like Black Widow. She's I suppose a bit like Black Widow crossed with Mrs. Peel from the Avengers. Yeah. With a little bit of, is it Heidi Klum, the model, the supermodel? Yeah, thrown in. She's basically a supermodel who is also a spy. But it's a really good series. Really, really good series. And the trade has just come out on this. So I'd say pick it up. It's really good. Really worth it. And finally, this is the last one for this video. And this is basically the end of the video now. Frank Cho. Yeah, Frank Cho. I'm sure that's how you pronounce his name. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. The new series that he is on at the moment, Totally Awesome Hulk. I was like, well, with Pack, he's doing pretty bad against Superman. Do I really want to get that? And then I read a copy of Totally Awesome Hulk #1, and it was so funny. And Frank Cho's artwork is brilliant in it. So I thought, yeah, why not pick it up? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him to sign this one, hopefully, and also get him to sign that one as well, because that's a pretty awesome cover. There you go. And that's it. That's all I'm taking. If I see anything, oh no! Sorry, I forgot. How could I forget this? 2 comics that I actually went out of my way to purchase because Marv Wolfman is at LSCC this year, and I really do hope that I'm going to be able to afford to get him to sign these 2. 2 comics that probably had a big impact on me when I read them. One more than the other, I would say. Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue 7, The Death of Supergirl, and issue 8, The Death of Barry Allen Flash. This probably is one of my most favourite comics ever published, ever. You know, just purely for the portrayal of the self-sacrifice that Barry Allen was willing to do just to save the universe, of people that probably didn't even realise he'd done it. Yeah, such a great story. I mean, I've already got issue 7 and issue 8 of this. I've got a complete set of these already, but I actually went on eBay and picked another 2 copies up of these so I could get Marv Wolfman to sign them. I'm hoping that later on I'm going to also be able to get George Perez and Jerry Ordway to sign them as well, to get all of the signatures of the people who had to do with this comic. It'd be just brilliant. So yeah, there you go. That's definitely it now. That's definitely it. We'll just quickly go to the comments. Any more comments? It says I've got one watching there. So no, that's it. That's all the comments. That's everything. Fantastic. Yeah, well, I'm just going to finish getting ready, packing my bags, and getting stuff sorted out here, and sort of having a quick wash, and so I'm just nice and fresh and relaxed to travel all the way to London today to go to LSCC. If you're at LSCC, if you're watching this, I don't know if you would not. If you're watching this and you're at LSCC and you see some weird bloke with purple and red hair, or purple and sort of like dark orange, burnt orange hair, come up and say hi. Just simple as that. Say, hi, Mark, how are you? I've seen you on YouTube. Wow, wish your programs were better than they should be. Oh, they're bad. So yeah, just come up, say hi, shake my hand, you know, make sure they're clean. And yeah, if you are going to LSCC, I hope you have a great day. I'm sure I will as well. And yeah, that's just it really. If you want to comment on this video, feel free to do so. Comment section down below now, because that side is not going to be open now. Comment section down below if you want to comment on this video now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, why not? It's a big red button. You can't miss it. It says subscribe. Click it. Simple as that. I want to try and get I want to try and get 600 subscribers by the end of the year. If I could get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'd be ecstatic. I want to try small steps. 600 subscribers by the end of the year. That would make me happy. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, big red button. You can't miss it. Subscribe on it. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. Fine, whatever. But like I always say, if you do thumbs down the video, even if you do thumbs up the video, say why. Why are you thumbs down the video? So I think comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Yeah, that's it really. So that just leaves me to say thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. I know I'm going to have a great weekend. Love the comics that you read. Be nice to each other. And I'll see you soon. I've just got to try and find my big red button now to stop this thing. There we go. Ta-ta for now.